What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to another Fridge Financials video. In today's video, we are actually introducing a brand new series that I want to be able to bring to you guys for financial education and a little bit of everything involved here. It is called Pockets to Profit. So if you are excited for today's video or just curious to know what this series is about, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, turn on the bell notifications for all future uploads. What I'm thinking of with this kind of series here is that taking money that I'm able to earn outside of my salary position as an educator, use that money to buy into stocks that I like for the long term. Not buy options, not trade options, just buy and hold companies that I think have the potential to do very, very well. And we have started it off here with the amount of so the idea behind it, before we get into the amount, stuff like that, actually is, I do tutoring on the sides. I'm gonna be coaching a little bit as well, make some money on the sides. Hopefully I'm able to make some money on YouTube. I'm getting very close to applying for monetization status. We are about 1,000 watch hours away. So if you're watching this, you want to help a brother out, feel free to. Obviously not required to, but in all seriousness, the YouTube channel has been absolutely amazing. So I cannot thank you guys enough for supporting the channel here. And again, if/when we get to that monetization idea for YouTube, that money we could take and put into these investments as well. So the investments that we're looking at here is a watch list, or I have a lot of stocks that are on my radar in terms of potential future, focusing very much on speculative plays. What that means is there's a lot more risk associated with these kind of shares that we're buying into. It's not like your blue chip, dividend, Mag 7 companies that you're looking at. You're looking at some up-and-coming stocks that, maybe have been on your radar, maybe have been in the news, but have a lot of speculation to it. And I'll talk about a little bit of each one, just to kind of bring you some ideas and kind of give you guys a little bit of insight as to what I'm looking at here. And the stocks I bought with this so far is not my only watch list. I think I have like 12 or 13 stocks total I want to buy into. Right now I've only bought into 4, and you can see those 4 will be right over here. Not Novo Nordisk. I don't even want to talk about Novo because they're just all over the place. The 4 companies that we have bought into is XPeng, Ondas, Big Bear AI, and SoundHound AI. These are all very much technology-based plays, very, very speculative with AI and stuff like that. But I like these companies for the long term. Now, if you didn't watch the previous video I made a video about XPeng versus Tesla. And XPeng versus Tesla, you look at the financials, you compare them side by side, and XPeng is almost very much similar in terms of revenue, how much they have coming in, and their market cap is like 50 times less, So instead of buying into Tesla, I went into XPeng. So again, taking a look at their balance sheet here, you can look more into it if you need to, as you do more and more examples and do more and more research yourself. But they're not a profitable company yet. None of these companies that I am into right now are profitable companies. The profit margins are all negative. Their return on assets are negative. But what I do like to see is the revenue growth year over year, quarterly, is up over 100%. That is amazing. They're still continuing to expand and to grow their company. I know XPeng wanted to get into, almost like Optimus play, like Tesla does. So I went in with XPeng. I was like, you know what? It's a 50x less market cap compared to Tesla, and they're still want to get in the same space. They have electric vehicles. They want to grow out of China and to get into other markets. They want to produce their own robot and their own robotics. So I was like, why not hop on this train here and get a little bit of money into it? So what you'll see here on the XPeng account here, or on the XPeng shares, I bought in where is it? I bought in $21.18. Wait, is that what it is? No. Is that actually what I bought? No, it's right here. $29 I bought, that's the average share price. Sorry, I'm so exhausted, guys. It's been a long week. So I bought $29.47 worth at $21.18. So currently we are up 3%. Woo, on $20. It's not a lot, obviously, as we know here. But I wanted to get into XPeng. I think they're a great company. I think they have some great future. Even though their PE is negative, they're not profitable yet. I think they have some very, very good potential long term. So I'm really excited for it. Again, bought in $29.47. The next one that I bought in also is Big Bear AI. I've been playing Big Bear AI into trading the stock for a little bit of time. Up 5% already. I bought in with an average price of $6.03. What you will see is I bought a total of $25 here. And we'll talk about the grand total afterwards and where the money came from. Bought $25 of Big Bear AI in this case here. And as you take a look at their financials, again, same thing, not profitable at all. They've had a little bit of a roller coaster in terms of their profitability. They had a couple quarters in a row. They missed a lot in their earnings, and they had some big softs as a result of it. Again, the return on assets is negative. The return on equity is negative, and their revenue growth was actually negative as well. They're a little bit more of a they're definitely a risky speculative play in my opinion. They 100% are. This is not one of those ones where A, it's financial advice, but B, it's just not, guaranteeing anything whatsoever. Now, what I do like about Big Bear AI is that it's like Palantir, essentially. They do a lot of AI with defense sectors. And what I do like compared to maybe other companies might see is that they actually do have partnerships with airports, with security measures and that stuff, with their software already being implemented. Big Bear AI has been on my watch list for a long time. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start pulling the trigger on this one. I'm going to start, buying some shares. We're going to build a position here as we go long term in this case here. I do think it has some potential still because, you're paying some very, very high expensive, PE ratio. You have a very, very high PE ratio of Palantir, and you're paying a lot for how much profit you're getting there. Whereas Big Bear, not profitable yet, but could be a cheaper alternative, which I know I hate to say cheap alternative, but I still do like Big Bear. I think it's good to see that their software and their security measures and their AI is being used in airports in the US, and they hopefully continue to grow and to expand and all that kind of stuff. So yes, they are very much not making money yet. They're taking a lot of money by putting it right back in the company for research and development, all that kind of stuff. But long-term hold, I'm with it. I'm ready for it. So Big Bear AI is the second one. The next one we have, which you might have seen probably come up, probably in some sort of, social media, whether it's Wall Street Bets, After Hours, Instagram even, Ondas. Okay. So Ondas Holdings is a company that focuses more on drone technology and that kind of stuff. Talking about, again, still in that defense area idea, because people talk about using drones for military uses and purposes and stuff like that. Bought $30 worth of it at $8.22. Currently down on this position right now, $1. Woo, no big deal. Again, this is like very, very small percent of my portfolio here. But again, if you take a look at Ondas in terms of their financials, again, still not profitable. Return on assets is negative here, but quarterly revenue growth 582% year over year. Absolutely amazing. And again, they're a very, very small company. There's a lot of companies that are fighting for drones and stuff like that. I think they're one that's going to be very much a leadership in that case. They've had a lot of partnerships recently announced. They've been doing a lot of acquisitions. I don't see anything wrong with Ondas whatsoever. And also what my hope would be with these kind of companies, since they have a lot more volatility, a lot more risk associated with it, if I can accumulate 100 shares of these companies, then I can then sell covered calls, make some passive income, hope for the best as these companies are still moving. So that would be my hopeful goal as we continue to move forward as a result of it. But Ondas Holdings, same thing. I bought $30 of Ondas there, as you will see. That was bought on the 26th, which I believe was Wednesday. So you'll see that there as well. And again, their earnings per share, they're starting to get very, very close to that profitable, that profitable area here. Again, once the earnings per share becomes positive, that's when people get really, really excited about things. So I'd love to see that. Maybe I'll take a look and see. Let's go back to Big Bear really quick here, because I like how Robinhood breaks it down here for us. Big Bear, you can see, not doing too bad, getting very close. It had some really bad quarters right here, as you can see, and that's kind of what reflected in the share price. Again, not profitable yet. Their revenue growth was declining, as you will see here. But then we had a nice little comeback up as a result here. Still looking at a negative earnings per share, but it's just like these plays you think about with SoFi Technologies, for example. SoFi, when they went from a negative EPS to a positive one, they flipped the script to being a profitable company. that's where it really, really became lights out from there. And SoFi took off from like $8 to like $20. Now it's like $30 a share, absolutely crazy. And then the other one, again, taking a look at Xpeng here. Let's take a look at their earnings per share while I'm going back to it really quick. My mind kind of goes a little bit all over the place. Again, nice increase in earnings per share recently. They're getting very, very close to being profitable here. Again, negative 0.02 cents per share, earnings per share here. So getting there, right? Getting there. And again, that's the play with these speculative plays. They're not profitable just yet. And then my last play that I wanted to get into, which I've also had on my watch list for a long time, is SoundHound AI. Now, I bought in SoundHound AI. We bought in $25 at $11.80. Right now, we are up on this position, I believe, as well, about 2.23%. Again, not a lot of money here, obviously, to take a look at in this case. So I'm not looking at anything crazy here. But very, very nice things about SoundHound AI. Again, they have been continuously either meeting their earnings or beating. They're, again, very, very close to having a positive earnings per share, which would be very, very nice for the company overall, which I'm really, really excited about in this case. They're a software company. They do a lot of voice and a lot of, technology in terms of partnering with a bunch of big names, fast food chains, car dealerships, those kind of things where you can talk to it and it can respond back. It can pick up what you're saying and respond back in a relatively nice manner. So they're a very, very, I love the technology basis of this kind of company here. They partner with those fast food chains. So you go to the drive-through orders, and maybe not talking to a person, maybe talking through they're using their SoundHound AI technology in their drive-throughs, for example, so they can pick up what you're saying and they can, answer things back, ask questions back. In cars, as we know, same thing, kind of like Siri does with your car and stuff like that, but much more, I feel like, advanced technology as a result of it. And a company that I think is doing very well right now, and even though they're not profitable yet, as you will see, definitely not a profitable company whatsoever. Return on assets negative, equity is negative, profit margins are negative here, but revenue growth year over year, 67.6%. Absolutely amazing. Love to see that. And again, we get these turnarounds from being negatives to positive in terms of any of these companies here, and you're going to see some big moves. SoundHound has had these run-ups to about $21 or so. There was at one point where NVIDIA bought ownership of an equity position in SoundHound AI for that technology, then they sold it off, and that's kind of where this big crash kind of happened a little bit later on. Then it rallied back up about $21 here, which is very, very nice to see. So you can see how it's able to reach these high levels of $24. $21, and now it's back down to about $11, $12 or so, hopefully before the next leg up that we have here. So very much like it. And going back, I know I apologize for going all over the place, but kind of take a look at the yearly chart for Big Bear AI, same thing. It came up to about $10, had a huge sell-off here, back up to about $8, a little bit more of a sell-off here, up to about another $9 share, now back down again. So even if it goes from $6 to $9, you're looking at a 50% potential return point, which would be absolutely amazing. Xpeng, same thing. Look at the yearly chart here. Again, rallied up to about $26, came back, had a huge rally up to about $28 with the optimism of the robotics they announced, stuff like that, and their software they're using, and then had a little bit of a pullback after that, and now we're sitting at about $20 there as well. And then Ondas Holdings has had a lot of rallying and then falling off, so it was kind of doing a lot of nothing, rallied up to about $11, pulled back to about $5, rallied up to about $8, now it's back down to, about $8 or so, give or take, a little bit of consolidation period here. So with all four of these transactions that we have here, ignore these options here. All these transactions here, you add up all four of these, it gives you $109, and I think it was 47 cents. Let me just double check the cent amount on here. $109.47. If you're saying, well, Fridge, how did I make that number up? I don't want to show you guys my bank statements from tutoring because it's linked to my school and my district and everything else. But so there's a little tutoring section that they do show, and it says, I made $109.47 after taxes and everything else. So that was my tutoring money I made last week. So then I put that money into the market here as a result. Now, We're going to be getting some more tutoring. The tutoring is consistent, every like 2 weeks when we get paid. It could be anywhere from $100 to about $200 and something between now and about May, which would be absolutely awesome. So that'll be some really good money coming in as well. Hopefully, again, we can take the YouTube monetization money, throw that into here as well. I don't mind doing that to kind of, keep fueling this series here. But that's really the idea behind it. I have a lot more companies that are on my watch list, and these were companies that I bought because they had some red day on Wednesday at market close. When I bought these 4 here, they were red for the day. So buying these kind of companies on my watch list when they're red, it gives me a little bit more of a discount here. And again, the goal is going to be to eventually build up these positions, get 100 plus shares, sell some cover calls, make some passive income, and then hopefully ride, the long-term game here as a result. So this is the major idea behind Pockets to Profit. Okay, taking money out of my pocket from the side hustles I do, putting it right into the market here, and hoping that we're able to make some good returns long term. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this series that we'll be doing here. It's not going to be very much consistent uploads because, again, the pay comes out every 2 weeks. So it might not be as consistent. Maybe some updates here and there about the positions, but for the most part, we're kind of just going to just play the sit back and invest kind of approach and hope for the best here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, for me, it's fun the video. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, turn on those bell notifications for all future uploads. As always, I hope you're making money in the market in some way, shape, or form. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video.